Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to share with you how I've been making well over 15 million gil throughout these last few days of Endwalker. This will include all sorts of things, whether it would be crafting, no crafting required, super niche things that I found, and stuff I really recommend. So with that being said, let's get into it. So when I was making my previous video, I was leveling my weaver, and the leathers were so expensive, around 180k per one. And I bought a few, and I figured, well, there has to be an easier way to get this. And then I thought, oh my god, desynthesizing. And vendors already have all the normal quality pre-made gear. All you have to do is buy and desynthesize them. Now my desynthesis is not fully leveled. Of course, ideally it would be best if it was at least orange, but for me, I didn't have to have orange to get the leathers from this. Now I am here in Elpis desynthesizing one of the boots, but I found that these shields outside of Old Charlian give you the best amount of materials for the smallest amount of gil. Now these are the Krondite Magitech shields for a little more than 16k, but with the leathers being so expensive, it is absolutely worth it. The most high selling items are the Ophiutorus leather and the Integral lumber. You also get an alchemist. Depending on how many people are crafting on your server, it can be around from 90k to 10k, which is still a lot in regards to how much the shield actually costs. Now, I do recommend searching on your market board what is selling for the most now, a single mat. So let's say on my server, the grade 5 mined alchemists are super expensive and I don't want to spend on them at all. I will just go on the search recipes using this material, open that black window, and search through each of these to find which one has the cheapest vendor price. I also recommend finding the items that also use more than one of this item. Let's say you're looking for wood, a specific lumber, you wouldn't go with a ingot-based item, you would go for a wood item because normally you would use 2 lumbers in that item instead of 2 ingots in the other. You are more likely to get 2 lumbers per 1 desynthesis than the other way around. I've been making an absolute fortune from this, and it will go down gradually, so make sure to do this as soon as you can. The other way I'm making a ton of gil is by sending out my retainers for sea swallow leather and other Shadowbringer mats that are being used for current recipes. Now, sea swallow leather is one of my favorites. It is selling like crazy, and I really can't keep up with it. I send my retainer out to get sea swallow skins, and my mining retainer to get the elements. Any of the Shadowbringer mats in these current recipes sell super well, so check what's selling best and for the most on your market board. Another thing that I've been making a whole lot off of is by checking the really popular spreadsheet from the balance that contains how to level your crafters from 80 to 90. Now, by checking the items that are listed there, a lot of people are following the spreadsheet, therefore they will be looking for those specific items. One of the items being this horse chestnut grinding wheel. I've just been crafting them, putting them up, and selling them because people will be buying these wholesale, meaning they won't be wanting to craft it themselves. They will just buy the high quality versions to buy and then turn in immediately. Also, the amatrines are great if you don't want to spend too much money in crafting. The materials to craft an amatrine is super cheap, and of course, since you need 3 to turn in for a quest, I recommend selling at least 4, 5, and 10 at a time. Another thing that I've been making a whole lot of money off of is buying the cheap yellow and purple Materia 10s to transmute them into blue and green and red Materias. So I tried a mixture of 10s and 9s, so I wouldn't have to spend too much in buying these purple and yellows. Even if they are purple and yellow Materias, they still go for quite a bit since they are new and are level 10. But I did make a lot back, so this is really recommended if the red, blue, and green Materias are worth a lot on your server. The last thing that I made a huge fortune on was crafting Sage and Reaper leveling gear. Now, any healing and maiming gear from level 70 to 80, I sold so much On the first day, it was amazing. I just pre-crafted a whole load of them, posted them for 180k each, and I sold out immediately. I had to hurriedly craft more of them because they are still selling for so much and so well. And you can see here that I have been bought out completely. I have so much money just from this. Now it is of course going to drop because more people are going to do it and less people will be buying, but this is a consistent way to make gil because people will be leveling their sages and reapers for a good long while since it is a new class. And remember, a lot of the Shadowbringers leveling weapons are now available for sage and reaper, so the mats are still quite cheap. And if you have some left over from the last expansion, you can go ahead and make a heck ton by crafting these weapons. So that's how I made a whole lot of gil throughout these last few days of Endwalker. Now I did spend a lot because leveling crafters is expensive. Don't even get me started on materia. But yeah, the few things that I found out can help you out while you're leveling or making a way, or to find a way to make a whole ton of gil. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone that supports me on Twitch, Discord, and YouTube. You all keep the channel going. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.